Bungoma Senator and Principal of NASA, Moses Wetangula, is a lawyer by profession and is also somebody who knows quite a bit about extrajudicial killings in Kenya. Why do I say he knows a bit? Because he was once a victim. He almost died. Yeah. Now, Kenyans have a short memory, but let me quickly remind you. There was a time he was coming from a flight out of the country, and when he reached the roundabout very close to the city mortuary, shots were fired at his car. Okay? Of course, the police denied that there were any shots fired, but there was overwhelming evidence to prove actually that his car was fired at. Okay? Now, I covered this in my Kumekucha raw notes. This was almost 3 years ago. Yeah? And one of the things I said quite early, before even things had gone further, was that this was actually a warning. It was not an assassination attempt. It's what we call in the trade a warning, a friendly warning. Okay? What the assassins were telling him is that if he did not do what he was supposed to do, they had the means to reach him. It was just a reminder. Yeah? Anyway, that passed. And of course, Wetangula must have negotiated his way out of the problem, because that problem ended. He's still alive today, we thank God. Okay? Now, Bwana Wetangula said something very interesting during a NASA meeting in Kisii. Yeah? He said that, but before I go to that, there's a very interesting story that has come out over the last few hours, that there are some people arrested in Uganda, deep in Uganda, yeah, who are supposed to be suspects in the Msando case. Now, the first question that anybody who is engaging his grey matter will want to ask is, how did these policemen know that these are suspects in the Msando case? Because to start with, foreigners don't know anything about local things. Yeah, I mean, your knowledge of what is going on, for example, in a neighboring country like Tanzania, and the knowledge of a policeman are on par. And in many cases, you might know more than the policeman, because all policemen are centered in their jurisdiction. They have a lot going on around them to start worrying about what is going on in a neighboring country, let alone go out of the way to find out extra information. So, how did these Ugandan policemen know that these were Msando murder suspects? Did the suspects confess? Immediately the Ugandan policemen stopped the car. Did the suspects come out and say, yeah, we are suspects in the Msando case? Gosh, Kenya is really a movie, I'm telling you. Anyway, now the key Wetangula gave us, yeah, that will help anybody not get confused about this Uganda thing, which by the way is just throwing people off track, trying to prove that what happened did not happen, yeah, trying to solve the case before the election, so to speak, yeah, that Jubilee were not responsible. Okay. Now, what Wetangula said was very interesting. Wetangula said that the same killer squad that was sent to kill Jacob Juma is the same one that eliminated Msando. Now, I went on to say a lot of things, including the fact that they were looking for passwords from him, blah, 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 blah. Okay? But let's not go into that. Yeah? What he said, generally, was that this was an extrajudicial killing, which Wetangula should know a lot about, as I've just explained why. Okay? And there's more. The family of the late Msando have complained about the slow pace of the investigations. Yeah? Now, we already know that some suspects have been arrested. We've not been told who they are or how they're connected. But something has been happening. But yet, the family of Msando are saying the investigations are going slowly. They are disturbed, and they're disappointed with the slow pace of the investigations. Yeah? Now, that tells you a lot. It means that they know something. Yeah? They're close to the man. They obviously know something. And what they're implying is that the government is dragging its feet. Classic symptoms of a cover-up. Anyway, back to Weta. Okay? Now, Bwana Wetangula is also a lawyer, apart from being a politician. Okay? So, I don't believe lawyers are in the business of kuropokwa tu, saying things that they cannot substantiate. Okay? Nobody has challenged Wetangula, interestingly, on this statement, which was issued on, I believe, end of last month, or at the very latest on August 1st. yeah, quite a few days ago. Nobody has challenged him. Yeah. So I think that is a strong point. Of course, those of you on this channel already ahead, you know there are very many things that would point you in the right direction. But this is what Wetangula said, and in a way, I would believe what Wetangula would say, especially on this terrible business of the Msando murder, yeah, which leaves even a bad taste in the mouth, even as we go into the election. Yeah. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.